Greetings everyone, Agion here, another Red Alert 3 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the blue Scion Empires, we have CCZD. Spawn on the south side as the purple Soviet player, we have, I need to look up the name, Amaranth. That's probably the best I can do. I can pronounce it. I'm horrible pronouncing it, anything. Oh, that's just a piece of dirt on my screen that looked like it was a purple dot. Should clean that off. There you go. It looks like we've got some doggies. Nope, not doggies. Bears. Clearly those are not cows. Imperial Warrior does get some shots off onto this bear. It's just going to get a recon run. Imperial Warrior out. Dragonfly out. Does Roar does get the guy inside the barracks, but the bear does go down, going straight to Flak Trooper. Will need to try to gun him down. Does get out one of the garrisons. Flak Trooper, I think he was in general move order and got cleaned up. Losing that Flak Trooper is quite important. Flak Troopers are expensive. They're honestly, in my opinion, overpriced. Especially compared to Javelins. I think Javelins are even cheaper than Flak Troopers, if I'm not mistaken. We've got the Dragonfly on top of the Ore Collector. Perhaps you should send out Flak Trooper here to send it out just to clean it up. Even just having on top of these Ore Collectors can be quite nice just because it slows down Mighty. Dragonfly cannot get on top of a person's head, sadly. Everybody would like to have a pet flying mechanical Dragonfly. Even if they are as big as you. I can see somebody petting one of those. Sickle out on the field. We do got a handful of conscripts with Molotovs out. We do know this is one tank buster. Where's that Dragonfly? The Dragonfly may detonated, so I'm not sure where he may be at. Oh. No, that's a Jet Tengu. I should probably try using the mouse keys in order to move around a little bit more. There's some sort of mod that makes it so that you can play these games in 60 FPS rather than the 30 FPS. I need to remember that. I think Cyber said it had something like that a long time ago. I meant to look into it. It's like a beta of some sort. Looks like the tank buster is inside this garrison, and we'll be hitting this oil derrick. Very nice. Can he throw it from the low ground? Yes, he can. That is important. You can swap out to the gun. Over here, we do got the... I'm not sure what went on there. Pair of Jet Tengus now coming on out. Perhaps trying to harass these collectors. There is a single hammerhead tank here, as well as a... Ooh, sentry gun. I thought that was going to be a flak tower at first. A lot of conscripts here. Looks like just Imperial Warriors inside there. Looks like the Bear and Imperial Warrior does trade out. And there are still some tank busters inside this garrison. Jet Tengu is trying to stop these Molotov conscripts, but they're a little bit outgunned with that nearby hammerhead. One guy does get splashed out. It was a tank buster that got splashed out. The other two tank busters are in their ground. Not sure what it's called. Does clear out the garrison entirely. Both tank busters actually get fried by the Molotovs. Very nice. Hammerheads will save one of the conscripts. And we do got the Bear trading out with the Imperial Warrior. Hammerheads getting some bit of health. There are some tank busters inside of here. You may need to garrison in order so you can get some Molotovs. There's still one tank buster here on the ground. We may see some crushes here. Another dead tank buster thanks to the Bear. Does get outside the garrison. Needs to hop inside the building. Hammerheads trying to go for a crush. And looks like he doesn't manage to save one of the conscripts by throwing it inside the bullfrog, but does get gunned down immediately. These tank busters are quite wounded by these not tank busters. Hammerheads are quite wounded. Trying to maintain max range. Just Zoom does reverse move out of that. Free health there with that wall segment, and the bears do run on in and fail. It's throwing up some walls. He needs to get these conscripts back on some gun mode to deal with those tank busters like that. Does lose Hammerhead there. He could perhaps just put these guys in aggressive and start leeching these wall segments for additional health. Something being on continent. Is it satellites? No, it's the Desolator airstrike. Getting all those infantry. Jet Kangaroos are trying to go on in, but Hammerheads are definitely superior. As single Terror Drone, 2 Terror Drones are in the area. You got a single Chopper VX, Black half tracks moving forward, Bullfrogs, I mean. I'm getting all of these names mixed up. Oh, there's a number of tank busters right here that destroyed most of those hammerheads. Just a single hammerhead remains. We do got the tank buster inside the garrison, and a single heroic Imperial warrior chops down all of those conscripts. Tank buster may actually be cleaned up by the harvester. Does put on the cash bounty, does kill off the harvester. Maybe we'll get one more jet kangaroo. No, that's escape on out there, but the flat gun does not take it out. The single hammerhead can be quite annoying, and the cash bounty is still active. Doing a great job of distracting these infantry forces, allowing the Soviet player to advance in the center with some bears. That's unbearable. And he actually got a free kill there. 2 distracted out by these units. Didn't have the bullfrogs go across the water. And this elite Mecha Tengu, 1 heroic Imperial Warrior, 1 veteran tank buster. This tank buster will be cleaned up now. So will the Imperial Warrior. Does pin off a couple of those bears. Does knock the roar off on top of those tank busters. Terror Drone does get some good hits there. Bears going in once again. All those tank busters are still alive. Eyeing for a crush, and he has actually body blocked their escape. And there are a single hammer, a twin blade, and 2 MiGs out in the field, so he does have air superiority at the moment. So the player's playing a pretty good game. Going for another instant dojo. Does cancel whatever's being built, afraid if it was being crushed. Well, part of it was not engineered for repairing up the HQ. HQ's packing on up, going to try to crush, and likely will crush a bullfrog. And the other bullfrog does not react, crushing it as well. Pretty good pickup there. And looks like the MiGs got shot down by the chopper VX, or the striker VXs. There's a single bullfrog here, getting some good damage on the chopper VX. Does take it out, but does immediately get cleaned up by the jet Tengus, or Mecha Tengus. Desolator strike does clear out the garrison. And the elite hammerhead tank does escape on out there. It has no armament yet, so can be getting some sort of good armament for that on a veteran on an elite hammerhead can be quite useful. Another Terror Drone, another hammerhead. Twin Blades cleaning up this garrison finally. And deciding to go straight for the con yard. trying to sell off some of these wall segments. Actually, some others I thought that was gone. Doesn't look like you would be able to save this. Getting out. Not sure what was actually up for you. I thought he was building out some sort of core, but all those aircraft get cleaned up. So is all the bullfrogs. These chopper VXs can quickly take out these hammerheads. One of them is heroic. Just the heroic hammerhead remains elite and 2 veteran chopper VXs. If those get the heroic, they can do some serious damage. So he does have this engineer here. Conscripts get cleaned up there. He could go for observation post. Ooh, gets a chopper. Yeah, twin blade. He does have a flak tower here, as well as a crusher crane. Did he crush his MCV? He may have crushed his MCV. Yep, nope, it's over here. Deploying out both a Tesla core and a flak tower, getting a lot of defenses for his various expansions. He's going for the economic play, though his opponent does have a significant army. The oil derrick's far from dead. Currently, there is a fresh MCV. The Empire player is only on 3 refinery income, while the Soviet player, seeing his short opponent's MCV, is on 5 refinery income, so he's going for an eco play, a mid-game eco play, which I think it's working out. He has defenses everywhere, which may not be the greatest of all things, but it allowed him to get out a decent defense force, mobile force. Though his opponent has claimed himself a this observation post, in which if we were to see, it can actually spot that expansion as well. So he does see at least some of the MCV as well as some of these defense. Not necessarily the refinery, but that's not a huge bet to make. Here the final squadron, and he has vision, thinks that observation post, but largely missed. Engineers capturing it up now. That is a lot of jet tangoos. There's a flak tower here and a Tesla coil. The chopper VXs may be enough to easily overwhelm these flak towers. The second flak cannon's coming on up. He's hitting the elite chopper, but he'll immediately get cleaned up by the Tesla coil. I see a bit of a cash bounty right there. Maybe he sold off at the last moment. Super reactor's going on down. I'm not sure why he's putting the super reactor there. Does get another cash bounty there. Takes out that other anti-aircraft gun. And so does the flak tower. Though the large amount of cash bounties here, which means the Soviet player will get quite a bit of a good refund. In the center, we of course have these hammerheads pushing their way forward. Having trouble versus these tank busters, but he could crush a number of them. Actually, there's also bears and terror drones to help with that. He may be eyeing the next expansion against the Soviet player, but the Soviet player could go straight for his opponent's base. Does get outside the building in time. Bears coming in. There's a number of tsunami tanks here. Very nice. He only has 1 conscript here, and some of these bears are going down. 2 conscripts are now out. You got the retreat path being cut off, so no more infantry reinforcements. You got a handful of MiGs in the air. This crusher crane is a source of production. does not get the Striker VX. Apparently the missiles that were going to the ground did not actually connect. 2 heroic Chopper Striker VXs. Great micro there, and we got the Tsunami Tanks coming on in. Trying to get the Crusher Crane. Does knock the Crusher Crane. Tesla Tower in the back line, so is a Sentry Gun. So Crusher Crane does manage to live. He still has some War Factory, so can rebuild an MCV. A number of those aircraft did go down, including one of the heroic Chopper VXs. We've got a huge swarm of Tsunami Tank and infantry here. A Desolator airstrike could make short work of the infantry, depending where it lands. Twin Blade does get caught out. Up north, we do have a ore refinery. I keep on trying to say oil. We do have the quite a large attack going come over here. We got a handful of tank busters here, which can be quite important. But there's enough hammerhead tanks just to try to charge forward for a giant crush. But he's going straight for the garrison. Very, very good. There is one heroic hammerhead. What would I go for this Soviet player? I forget. You can build an iron curtain from a crusher crane, right? Maybe a crusher crane. Oh, conscripts get blown over here. He's trying to go for the garrison. Does get a handful. Nope, he does the garrison time, and these Chopper VXs will clean it up. We may see a Desolator airstrike around here. Looks like that heroic Imperial Warrior does get cleaned up. Going for this oil derrick. It's been alive for quite some time, as well as the Soviet one, which died pretty early. Times you wish he had some flak troopers inside that garrison. MiG does get a lot of free shots there. The garrison is crewed, and there's a handful of conscripts pushing their way forward. We've got heroic Bullfrog here. And I thought I heard here's the final squadron. A complete miss. Force find the ground right there. And the garrison's going to just be cleaned up by the Twin Blades. Soviet player's in pretty good position. He's been having more income throughout the game. This is the Imperial player trying to go for some walls. A lot of infantry here, but he does have a lot of bears trying to rush forward. And he does stop it. You got the satellite tower coming on in. Being body blocked by his own walls as well. Desolator airstrike misses the infantry, but the Tsunami Tanks crush most of the, if not all of the infantry. Bear airstrike coming forward, but does get killed by the Desolator airstrikes. Ironically enough. And it looks like the Soviet players found this infantry escort. He's just unable to crack the infantry. Now may be a good time to get out some V4s. There's a naval dockyard. Has to reduce anything. Big's got way outnumbered. Two of them goes down. Number of Twin Blade goes down as well. Ooh. And Bullfrogs just are too high up. And there's a King Oni. Ooh. This is looks like the heroic Hammerhead does have a gun, so he's going to have to try to grab the gun with a different Hammerhead. Some got attacked there. Maybe it's just a structure. This King Oni is going to be severely problematic. He can just say Bull Rush on the heroic one and kill it off. He's going to need terror drones. He has his first terror drone out, and he has a wave force artillery. It's actually good damage. Now observation post is still alive, so spotting that entire army. He has 8 MiGs. Oh. What's been called out? Oh, it's the final squadron. Delta? Not Omega. He does dodge in time. There's a large number of MiGs. It's really hard to say. Bullfrog Squad, the MiGs maybe will win out the air war, and the Imperial Flight doesn't have a whole lot of ground forces. And depending how this Terror Drone goes, the Soviet player could easily win or easily lose this game, or that next battle. The satellites coming on in. It will not kill it all. We got a huge dogfight right here. MiGs are getting some great splash damage down, but looks like MiGs are just way outnumbered. They're starting to retreat back now. One does escape on out, does spot the Shogun battleship. He needed to fight with the support of his Bullfrogs. With Bullfrog support, he would be able to easily win that, but not without. We have 2 King Oni out, 1 Wave Force Artillery, and 1 Shogun battleship. Looks like he has rebuilt this expansion. Tsunami Kings try to go for this expansion, but largely unsuccessful. Shogun battleship rotating over towards expansions. Oh, we got the magnetic satellite. Which version is it? Oh wait, it's right here. Not moving it. That was the Desolator airstrike. Does follow Shogun battleship. Has MiGs escort. Eureka's out on the field, so the Imperial player is going straight for high technology. You may need a Iron Curtain. Twin Blades are effective versus the Eureka, but also Eureka's effective versus all aircraft. A single Yari mini-sub is actually can be very annoying. And there's no Tesla tower. Oh no, there is a Tesla tower. Up north we've got the Twin Blades and MiG escort coming in. MiGs are trying to go on in. The MiGs do have the numbers advantage, but they had not a positional advantage. They have to rotate around. Oh, the MiGs are dancing around. That was a really good micro from the Jet Tengus. They forced the MiGs to dance around, preventing them from really get any shots off. Wave Force Artillery is coming on in, but Twin Blades will make short work of it. There are a handful of Bullfrogs to support the Twin Blades. And the Twin Blades can clean this up this area, but no, we got landed Striker VXs and some Jet Tengu or Mega Tengus ready to go. Oh wait, that's not good. That's really, really not good. He needs to sell Tesla Tower. How effective is Tesla Tower versus Yuriko? He needs to get an air support from this area. The Megs to clean up the air. Something's being called on in. Satellites, it's suppressive fire satellites or air denial satellites. Just trying to hold back this army. He does keep this expansion alive. Magnetic satellite is not responding, but it's not big enough to pick up the King Onis. And the King Onis rush on in. Yuriko coming down over here, trying to delay the Yuriko. She does find the generator here. This layer strike misses the Yuriko. Twin Blades could try a quick snipe on them. Jet Tengus do get cleaned up by the Megs. This expansion does entirely go down. Yuriko's undefended. Does not get shot off, but she gets stuck. Oh, and Tank Busters to the high ground as well, but that was distractionary. And now we got the airstrike coming in, which likely will do enough damage to take out the refinery. Does immediately rebuild it. One jet tank or Twin Blades coming in, clean this area up. Striker VX is keeping away the Twin Blades. He needs Terror Drones. I hear 2 Terror Drones, exactly what he needs. Over here, Megs are being ripped apart by Emperor's Wrath Striker VXs. One of these Onis are fully heroic. He's going for... No, he was not able to go in for the what's it called? Infect. Tesla Tower is getting some good hits in. King Onis are maybe eyeing for a bull rush. Both of these are fully heroic. Sentry gun in the air. It does a great job with the point defense drones. Over here, we got a bit of a base trade. Striker VXs do get cleaned up. Number heroic Chopper VX Twin Blades. Where's one of the King Onis? Oh, there it is. Does clean up the Chopper VX trying to kill off the factory. He may need to deploy a point defense drone. Defender Corps. Soviet player does not have income here. He does not have a factory anymore for income. And that's it, the Soviet player has surrendered. This is Agion saying, thank you for watching, and signing off.